1290. I'm Rich Herrera. At Pac-12 Media Day, I got a special treat for you as we take a look at the University of Southern California. Joining us right now, Shane Lee, linebacker from the USC Trojans. Thank you so much for joining us here on the home of the Arizona Wildcats. What's this been like?
Man, it's been awesome. Just getting around, talking to everybody, hearing the different questions, and being around all the different players and coaches has been great.
Can I ask you to compare and contrast some things?
Sure.
Being out here on the West Coast, you had come into the portal from Alabama, and I have a lot of good friends. Eli Gold, the voice of Alabama, is a really good friend of mine. He says wonderful things. I watched you play all season long. What's it like when you get to go from one historic program to another?
Oh, man, it's been a unique experience, I'd say. I don't think a lot of people get to do what I'm doing right now. And honestly, leaving Alabama in that rich history and coming here and having this, tremendous history as well, and it's been awesome. Just learning more about it, meeting some of the people that helped build this place up to be what it is, and just me being able to have the opportunity to continue that is awesome.
How is that? What is that like when you go and you walk in and you go, man, look at the players that I'm following in their footsteps. Look at those that have blazed the path, whether it was back in the SEC or now out here on the West Coast for you looking around. I mean, you're going to be a linebacker at USC.
Absolutely.
So when I say linebacker at USC, what pops into my mind? Jack Del Rio, Junior Seau. I mean, you talk about the icons of college football linebackers. That's it.
Guys, yeah.
And you're following in those footsteps. What's that mean to you?
Man, it means everything. Just for Coach Riley to look at me and say he believes I can, embody what it means to be a USC linebacker means everything. Him and Coach Grinch, along with Coach Odom, trusting in me and believing in me like that is a special thing, and I don't take it lightly.
Because it really is something like that. Like there's linebackers in every team in the conference, but to be that linebacker that's going to be leading this crew, and like I said, you're following and all these other guys, Willie McGinnis. I can go on and on and on. Talk to me about Coach Grinch and the defense and what you're going to throw at this conference.
Yeah, Coach Grinch is his defense is attack, downhill, fast, and physical.
How much do you love that?
Oh yeah, I'm a fan for it, 100% behind him. Just getting to know the defense, getting to know Coach Grinch, you just understand they're very similar. Him and his defense are very similar in personality, just how they ran, and he's been great. Putting guys in great positions and being able to command his defense, and him being at the front of it, and me being behind him and relaying messages and things like that. It's been good.
I had an opportunity to catch up with Caleb Williams, who also came into USC to play this year for Coach Riley, and I asked him about the blending of the roster turnover that we've seen, and he said something interesting. I said, well, how does everybody blend together? He goes, we didn't blend together. They accepted us. Talk to us about coming in to play at USC and this culture that you're becoming a part of and building.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Coming in, guys just approaching you, accepting you, like you said, asking questions and trying to get to know more about us. A lot of guys came in, so you have to have that kind of receptivity to change. And, the people that were here previously that stayed, they've been nothing but supportive, nothing but, they're like sponges, just trying to learn and just trying to grow and just trying to put themselves in the best position to grow and come together as a team.
When you first walked into Heritage Hall, first time I asked this to Caleb as well, what's that like?
Man, you just see all the trophies, you see all the things on the wall, all the pictures, and you're like, wow, like this is SC, this is crazy. And it's just a blessing to be there. You feel grateful when you walk in there.
Okay, so your new home, what's been the most surprising thing to you?
Yeah, I've never been out to the West Coast before, so
okay.
Getting off the plane and kind of just driving.
We got lots of palm trees out here, right?
Palm trees, mountains, and like in my head, I'm like, man, I know there's a beach around here somewhere. So just kind of the access to any and everything is definitely the biggest surprise.
How many pairs of flip-flops did you have to buy? How many coats did you leave at home? Because all you really need is a hoodie.
Yeah, definitely a hoodie. I bought some Crocs.
Okay.
Some carrot Crocs. Orange is my favorite color. They're orange and green. I love them. That's the only kind of flip-flop kind of shoe I bought, but it's been good.
Talk to me about what the expectations for this team is. I look at the schedule. It's something that you can control. What do you guys talk about as far as goals? Because, again, listen, this is USC. You're expected to contend for a national championship. Nothing else will ever satisfy the Trojan alum and the Trojan fan base. But you also have to make sure you take it one game at a time because you can't get too far ahead of yourselves.
Right. Yeah, the big thing for us is just being the best thing, being the best team in all things unrelated to football. So, taking it to the smallest step you can, just little things like being on time, showing up the meals on time, giving your all and just doing what you're supposed to do. All the little intangible things that it takes to, be a good football player and build a great program is what Coach Riley's impressing upon. So staying in the moment, being where our feet are, and staying focused.
All right, well, help me for a little bit. The little things, right? There's so many times that I don't want to pick up my shoes, right? I don't want to make the bed.
Right.
But all those little things add up. For you in your own daily life, give an example of the little things that you have to do in order to be successful. Maybe you'll inspire someone listening to us.
Yeah. For me, first thing I do when I wake up is I make my bed. All right.
Did you see that William McRaven speech about making your bed?
I think I saw
the naval officer.
I have seen that, and
yeah.
I think who else talked about it? I think Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington, yeah.
Too.
It's a great book. If you get a chance to read Admiral McRaven's book,
okay, yeah,
it's a fantastic book of life lessons of making your bed. You return home, you can have the worst day in the world, at least you have a good place to sleep, right?
Yep, absolutely.
What else? There's so many things else that I want to get into this. And again, we're not going to talk about realignment. I'm not going to go that way with you, and I'm not going to talk about NIL because everybody else is going to ask you about that. So I'm going to be a little bit different here. How much fun do you think you're going to have this season? Let's talk about having fun in football.
We're going to have a lot of fun. Just the time that we put in together, working out, running, lifting weights, spring ball, spring game, all that kind of stuff, time off the field. We put a lot of time in together, and to think 6, 7 months ago we didn't even know each other.
Right.
So it's been fun, and just the process has been fast. It's felt like it's been a long time, but it's really been short in the grand scheme of things. And so stepping out on the field and just taking that field with my brothers, after all the work that we put in together, it's going to be amazing. When
you see yourself wearing USC gear, does it seem real yet?
Not yet. I think when we step on the field and the Coliseum's loud and fans are in there packed, I think it'll really hit me then.
Are you looking forward to seeing that horse?
Man, I'm ecstatic for it. I'm ready.
Right? Because it's, like I said, I think when it's all said and done, so like, I don't know, about 15 years from now when you're done playing in the league, right, I would love to sit down and talk with you about what it's like that you've got to play at some of the most iconic places in the country because, young man, the future is so bright for you. I can't wait to see what you're going to end up doing.
Yeah, it's definitely – I'm just blessed to be an opportunity that I'm in. Like you said, 2 historic programs. It's just a blessing to be a part of them, honestly.
Well, hey, again, we're going to see you when you come to Tucson to take on the Arizona Wildcats. They take on Rice, Stanford, Fresno State, Oregon State, Arizona State, Washington State, Utah. Walk through this. It's a schedule that you can control your own destiny. So nothing but the best of luck to you and your Trojans. And I thank you for coming on the radio with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll continue with you. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.